Before we begin, holy crap, the ReZero vid did well. Yes, I think it's safe to say part 2 will be my next video. Thank you, really, thank you everyone for the support. Hey everyone, welcome back to my Gintama arc review series where I am currently in the process of reviewing every Gintama anime arc in order. Today we'll be spotlighting the 4th arc of the anime, the Mother arc, which covers 3 manga chapters and 2 anime episodes. Also, I'd rather not have my videos copyright claimed every time, so hopefully Pelike's cover will suffice. I'm Kazu Trash, and welcome to my Gintama Mother arc review. We begin the arc and before long witness this short middle-aged woman who has seemingly barged into the Odd Jobs building and is treating everyone like her own kids. Everyone pretty funnily goes along with it until she leaves the room to take out the garbage when they realize she's not related to anyone here. Everyone then takes their respective turns to state each of their mothers are all dead now, so it can't be theirs. Well then, that's not depressing at all. She's apparently here looking for her son Hachiro, who has failed to contact her in 5 whole years after leaving for the city of Edo. After what I'm assuming is at least a couple hours, Gin uncovers the less than great news that he probably went through some sort of plastic surgery and changed his whole identity. They decide to draw some more hair in his photo, which results in this? Well, shit. Now they've ruined the photo and are really out of options. Psych, there he is. Oh, well, alright then, cool. Gin then runs to find Hachiro's mother. Just a side note, her official name on the wiki is literally Hachiro's mother, just in case anyone was wondering why I wasn't calling her official name. I am. And find her insulting some random girls. Their boyfriend or whatever comes along and decide the only way to solve this is to punch the old lady. Gin then becomes infuriated and delivers the justice they deserve. Their actions probably had an even bigger impact on Gin since Otose, who I'm assuming is of similar age, is the one who saved him when he was close to death, and even to this day lets him stay on the top floor of the snack shop, mostly rent-free. Next, we find out Kankichi, the guy Gin just beat up, is apparently working for Hachiro and Kyoshiro, or I suppose I should say was, because he then continues to get beaten up and fired for ruining their reputation. With all these fancy suits and reputation to lose, where do these guys even work? Well, it's hard to believe, mostly for Hachiro, but a host club. The hosts give the 4 a free session along with free drinks for the trouble their employee caused. Kagura abuses the hell out of this, even getting them to call her a queen, possibly awakening a domination complex, and Hachiro's mother is really not having a good time. She ends up accusing the hosts of sexual harassment and just ends up being really annoying the whole time. After a few minutes of that, Katsuo is introduced by barging in and kicking Hachiro into a table. Shinpachi asks Gin who they are, and to my surprise, Gin's heard of them. That's probably Katsuo, the black piece of the Gutter Rat gang. He's a junior boss of one of the 4 kings of Kabuki-cho, Jirocho Doromizu. Along with Katsuo's introduction, we also get an official mention of Jirocho along with the 4 divas. Nice. What is one of the divas' bosses doing here though? Well, turns out they've been demanding money to take over the protection of the club. Kyoshiro turned them down earlier, so now they've turned to good old harassment. Before they could perform any real harassment though, Hachiro's mother gets into an argument with Katsuo about the proper rice cracker to peanut ratio. Okay. While this is happening, Shin, Gin, and Gura walk out of the bathroom fully changed and ready to serve. Gin also adapted Nike's slogan here for some reason.
Just do it.
Okay, why not? Here though is one of Gintama's funniest parts so far. As Katsuo is attempting to strike a deal with Kyoshiro, our favorite trio continuously screw with Katsuo hilariously. Gin gets Katsuo's order wrong 5 different times, Kagura attempts to light a cigarette up with 2 pieces of flint, and after he gives her a lighter, she destroys it with said flint. Shin throws Gin 2 bottles which he bashes on 2 of the henchmen, and then just as he's about to do the same to Katsuo, he receives a call, stating Meru, his dachshund, gave birth to some puppies while he was away. Upon hearing this, he rounds his men up and dashes away to see his new puppies. Right after they leave, Kagura realizes they took the mother with them as a hostage. Kyoshiro states, "Mom!" as he's trying to leave. Now the cat's truly out of the bag and Hachiro isn't actually our Hachiro, but Kyoshiro is. Anyway, you know how last time I said Sorachi's writing makes a lot of the characters feel human? This is what I mean. It's so cute that Katsuo is this Yakuza boss, yet also loves his dog to bits. When we actually see where they hang out, it lends even more credence to that. They have a bunch of board games scattered about along with manga and chips strewn on the floor. And in the center of everything is Meru, so I think it's safe to say this dog gets lots of love. These hardened Yakuza members go absolutely nuts with joy when Hachiro's mother helps him save a pup who wasn't breathing. And then Jirocho makes his first appearance. His back does at least, stating he's heard the name Hachiro Koretsu before. Following that, Katsuo decides to make a call to Kyoshiro because now he knows he has his mom hostage. In said call, he says they may kill her if he doesn't bring money to their location. Kyo brings his whole savings in a briefcase, which he throws up to Katsuo. Right before he manages to catch it though, Gin makes sure that doesn't happen. Meanwhile, Shinpachi and Kagura barge in on a bunch of steel beams and knock out a bunch of guys. Oh yeah, there's a fart joke here, and apparently she gets some really weird enjoyment out of it. Let's just move on. After that traumatizing event, Katsuo backs down. I mean, can you blame the guy? And tells everyone to fall back. In the end, Kyoshiro never did identify himself to his mother after all, stating, "I still haven't become a man who can meet her with my head held high." Turns out she knew all along though, when she sent him snacks along with a letter stating she's proud of him. Now, after finally experiencing what a mother is like, Gin and the other members heed her advice before the final planning shot shows up and the arc concludes. The mother arc was safe, and all in all decent. For some reason I remember hating Katsuo when I first watched Gintama years ago, but now I kinda love the guy. While you could say the Infant Strife arc was build up for Benizakura, the mother arc in the same vein could be seen as a much more subtle foreshadowing of the Four Divas arc. While being downright hilarious in the host club scene, that part really soiled the comedy score for me. Honestly, Hachiro's mother is an okay character at best, but most of the time she just comes off as incredibly annoying and weird. And now, with everything being said, I think I'm gonna drop a 6 out of 10 for the mother arc, which does place it a little bit lower than the memory loss arc. I believe Katsuo is a much better character than Bonzo, but the memory loss arc's overall narrative is far superior. Kagura and Shinpachi losing the Gin they once knew, along with the family which they lost for so long being yet again pulled away from them, hits incredibly hard, especially on rewatch. Next time we'll be... Wait, why do I hear boss music? Oh, we're finally here. The fabled Benizakura arc. Stay tuned for next time, folks. It's gonna be a good one. Oh yeah, like or dislike, subscribe if you so desire, and leave your thoughts and opinions on the mother arc in the comments below. Later!